here we are. Should we just fucking go straight into it?
Yeah, man.
Let's just rip. Welcome, everybody, to the XYZ podcast in video. Look at the cameras, dudes. We're live on, I don't know, angles everywhere, lights. I'm here with my main man, Mr. Dean Ira.
Hi.
Mr. Christian Breaker.
Hello.
And I am Harry Fox, and we are here to do a high-speed podcast because we've got to get the fuck out of here soon. So, what's happening, dudes?
Yeah, let me check the timing and stuff, too. You were late, Harry. Where were you?
I'm sorry, man. I was just
Explain
I was just
yourself.
in chilled out mode. It's Friday. It's like, yeah, we said 5, but who gives a fuck?
What do you mean?
And then I
It's
found out
not-
that Christian actually has something to get to. He's
Yeah, I have a fucking business to run.
he's fucking in French comedy these
Yeah,
days. What
she's
the
the-
fuck is that shit?
the comedy kingpin, Christian Breaker over here.
Fuck me.
Yeah. Shit.
I feel like French people aren't allowed comedy after Napoleon. I think that just rules you out from I mean, the Germans have been,
There's so many more things that you could have mentioned.
So
yeah,
many.
but the
Napoleon
Germans
is-
have been consistent. Like, since Hitler, no comedy. So I think the French need to...
Have they ever been funny?
The Germans?
Hitler was quite funny.
What you don't know, Dean, is that the Germans invented the comedy. They did the mathematical I don't know. No,
Yeah. It was Goethe comedy. It's like
yeah, exactly. They invented
Direct
satire,
progression.
satire, and cross dressers, cabaret.
satire checks out though. I mean, if you go for genocide, you have to have like
And laugh about it.
satirical.
What the fuck?
If you go
But like some dudes like, hey, check this out. Fuck, Jesus
That's
Christ.
hilarious.
no, that guy left Germany long time ago, man.
Who?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Hitler. Straight to Argentina.
So what's happening with you, Dean? What's been going down?
What's
This is
going
where
down?
Dean's. This
Yeah.
is his workplace.
Actually, this is our new studio. I
This
would
is
say.
our new studio. I
Part
like
time.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
video studio.
It's making
We're
me.
trying to make it look good.
Full
I
of
think.
colors.
It's
full
making
of
me
colours.
way cooler than I actually am. It's great.
Welcome to my life, Harry.
We've been on a mission for years to make you look cooler.
I'm trying to drag it down. man.
Oh shit! Did I almost knock over an espresso? No.
No,
What's
it's cool,
been
it's
going
cool.
on with me? Not much. I'm enjoying the unemployment life.
Nice.
Officially registered with unemployment, which is pretty cool. And this is what I noticed that okay, so Switzerland has unemployment benefit. So if you get fired, and it's the most amazingly first world thing I've ever experienced in my life. You go there, they'll just give you money till you find a new job. But as an Auslander, luckily I'm white, right? But I've noticed that there are other foreigners, even actual Swiss people that don't have my white skin sitting there at the RAV, and they get treated badly. Like, I don't get treated well as an outsider, but they get it worse.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm sitting there, and there was like obviously an Ethiopian descendant gentleman who could speak fluent Swiss German, and I say Ethiopian because of that amazing forehead that they have. It's true; those guys have amazing foreheads.
Okay. Do you need to
But-
get a caliper to measure? I don't know.
Yeah.
Apropos Holocaust.
No, but anyway, he was. I think he definitely was Swiss, and he spoke Swiss German like proper. He sounded fucking Zudi Deutsch, you know.
He
And
got it all down.
Yeah, the lady who was obviously his like employment officer walks in and was just like, "Come," and he
What?
just followed her. And I was like, "Okay, somebody doesn't like somebody here."
But I've heard different stories about this because I was part of a cohort of people that got made redundant right around the same time, just like
Mm.
within like 8 months, and there was a good, can I say, like a couple of hundred people that were let go all at once, and every single person who went to the RAV either had a very altruistic, maybe a bit naive, maybe very supportive kind of, what are they, agents or whatever?
Secret agents.
Yeah, or dumb cunts. So these are, you have nothing in between. Either they are super friendly and they help you out, or they're fucking dumb cunts.
Mm.
It's not, but it's not exactly something that, it's not a life calling, is it? To be working in a job center, helping people find work.
What do you
guess
call a
not.
job center in
I
the
mean,
UK?
A job center.
You call it a job center, obviously.
We call it a kiosk, you know. A bodega. What's the corner shops called in London?
A corner shop.
Bottle
actually.
Corner shop?
And it's that
Bottle
song.
store.
Yeah, something fistful of something on the or whatever. There's a band called Corner Shop.
Okay, we call it. What did we call it? I
A
forget.
robot or something.
Those are the traffic lights. Traffic lights robots.
Yeah.
You call traffic lights robots?
Yeah.
In
South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah,
Really?
I still do it here. People are like, "What the fuck is Dean talking about?"
It's magic. It changes colors all by itself.
Look, dude, it's the height of technology in South Africa. I only got access to proper internet in 2013.
Whew.
Think about that for a second. Like,
yeah.
That was basically after the internet had been built.
Yeah.
It's like, by
this
the way,
is when we started
you're
getting
not-
it.
like your startups are fucked.
I
Basically.
had a limit of like 2 gigabytes a month on like a little dongle that I could stick in, and I was connected to like a cell phone tower.
So you
Wow.
bypassed dial-up,
No, we had dial-up, but it was so pathetic and slow that nobody really used it.
right?
Like
Yeah.
I used it maybe once a month to Google a homework thing, and then that was it. And then I tried
God
looking
damn.
up porn once. My mom's probably gonna hear this. I used the home computer as a young
we
man.
all did.
We all did, right?
We all
The
did.
thing is, I was so
the
nervous
mouse was
and
a bit
scared.
sticky.
No, I loaded up one website, and then all of a sudden it just started installing stuff on my computer.
Oh yeah.
And I had little shortcuts to weird games and stuff all over the desktop, and I was freaking out. I was just like, close and delete and just trying to trash everything and remove all the evidence. I didn't even get to look at anything.
The pre-firewall era.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Do you remember they used they used to have this little weird animation of like a stripper that would be at the bottom of your like one of these bits of malware,
I
and
do
it was this
remember
little
that.
dancing girl, and she would just appear like on Windows and just
like
dance
a
and
desktop
strip.
screensaver almost.
Yeah. It was
I've
bizarre.
never had that.
It was probably giving you a credit card number to random Russians, but
Yeah, just look here while we analyze your
Yeah.
face through the webcam.
yeah.
Oh man.
But I mean, it's the same thing as like becoming a teenage boy, isn't it?
Mm.
It's like suddenly you're like, oh, I'm out of control. It's like,
Okay, listen, guys. Here's the topic for today: out of control, right? And it's a big topic, and I know we're coming late to the game, but we have to fucking talk about this Will Smith. Chris, I know it's like you've seen enough memes to fucking want to hang yourself, but
I got one thing to say.
I need to hear
about
what you guys have to think.
So I had a meeting with some people I work with, and instead of us discussing with the actual meeting, what freaked me out was just the whole fucking world has an opinion on this.
I think it's a good thing to have an opinion, though.
But
But there's only one right one.
But it shouldn't be that the whole planet is focused on one tiny
What else
event.
are we going to talk about? The Ukrainian war? Nah, it's not important
And
anymore.
COVID is done, by the
It
way.
just there was a thing years ago where they looked at the Amazon recommendation system for books, and what the conclusion was is that for an individual, using Amazon's recommendation increases your reading range, but collectively it massively reduces it. So basically we're getting a range of opinions on fucking everything is narrowing down to did Will Smith slap or punch? That was the discussion, and one of the ladies, there was a lady going, yeah, but did you see the angle of his arm? It might have been a
Suddenly
punch.
everyone is an MMA expert.
Yeah.
It's like,
Right.
yeah, fuck.
Fucking
I'm
hell.
not talking about the details here, though.
Yeah, but it was to me it was insane that like people that I would thought have no interest in it at all.
Here's
In violence.
Yeah, here's my angle though. It's like, you know how we only worry about stuff that actually affects us? Now I feel like I could be affected by this as a comedian on stage. I feel like
But
somebody...
this has happened. This has happened time and time again. There is a lot of YouTube videos out there of comedians getting their head bashed in.
Yeah.
Some cases rightfully so for being racist dumb cunts, for example. But
Do you mean that though, for real? Like on like a
oh yeah, I
actual
do. I do mean that for real. I have a list of of cases where I go like, nah, they were right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
though you feel that they were right, but were they like actually right? That's what I'm saying.
fair enough. I mean, that's my opinion, I guess.
To me, the question would have been, would Will Smith have done it if that had been Patrice O'Neill? Because he was fucking huge. There's no way Will Smith would have done that. It's because Chris Rock's a little dude.
But
roughly the same height and width as the guy fucking Jaden.
I got one thing to say, and you're gonna go, "Oh, you're genderizing it," but
God, here it comes.
but I'm just like, control your woman, Will. Jesus Christ! It's like at the cinema, okay, where you're watching, and there's a dude in front talking, and then suddenly your girl is like starting saying, "Shut the fuck up," and you're like, "What?" I have to fight this guy because you kept your fuck.
But she didn't do anything.
Look at all the pictures.
Yeah, she was disappointed.
Who's got the power in that relationship? You see in every fucking picture, that woman runs Will Smith. And she didn't even need to say anything. She just gave Will the look. And Will's like, she's going to make my life a living hell. And it's so fucking bad that my best option is to go and slap Chris Rock right now.
on live television.
That is how
you
much.
might have a point here.
Yeah,
actually.
It's like fucking Will Smith, sort your shit out.
How much of a cuck are you?
Yeah, fuck. Jesus Christ. But anyway.
What did you think about the joke, though?
Nothing.
He
was allowed to say anything on that stage. He could have said she was a fucking batshit crazy whore, and he shouldn't have been slapped for it.
No, but I thought the joke was actually good.
It was a good joke.
I love the fact that Chris Rock's reference points are all in the 90s somehow.
Yeah.
I would have liked if he just leaned into it, because you could see that he had it on the tip of his tongue, the next thing he was going to say. Yep. And then Will Smith starts shouting, and if he just fucking gone, like, he starts singing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Okay.
Speaking of 90s references, I tried to do it on stage because, like Chris Rock has to make it 90s references for the audience to get it because they're all old.
Oh, they're all old cunts.
Old, yeah. I think Andrew Schultz said it was Will Smith is the only thing that was actually it. Oh, this is a bigger hit than he's been in since the 90s. You know, the biggest hit. But I tried that reference on stage the other day. I was like, if any of you try to get fresh with me, I won't treat you like a prince. You know, and people are like, "What is you?"
Yeah, but about? No, that goes back to the problem with popular references in Switzerland. It just doesn't work.
Doesn't work, right?
Ever.
But yeah,
like there was a bunch of comedians trying like any sort of like even new shit.
Yeah,
like, not even going as far back as the 90s. Yeah, Tiger King. Fucking just over everyone's head. It's like, are you guys what
except Marie Kondo?
Are you guys not wasting your entire life on the internet? Fucking hell. We're trying to do comedy here. Get online, people.
I did a gig a couple of weeks ago, and there were two guys in the front row, and the host was asking them how they knew each other. These two blokes go like, "We know each other from Reddit." It's like, what? What? It's like,
Harry, do you know these guys?
It was the obvious best point there is like, no, you spelled Grindr wrong.
I don't
Grindr backwards is Reddit. You know that?
I didn't know that happens, that real life people meet over Reddit.
They do have, I mean, in the US it's really a social thing, I think. In Europe it's not it's never been widespread enough. But
it's still the nerdy.
There's a Swiss subreddit, Switzerland, where you get a lot of expats on there. Googlers, because they
have nothing else.
They have nothing else. They're just in the Google cult.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the Googlers listening to this podcast.
Don't fucking shout them out. Yeah. Fuck them. They already know everything about us.
Exactly. Yeah. Now,
are they listening right now?
They know more about us than we know about ourselves. I think that whole drama, though. How did you see the storm of news media reactions? Like, it was immediate.
They were like this. I mean, it was
bigger than the Beatles.
It was fucking gold for everyone in this retarded entertainment and news business. It's just like
it's so clickbaity, the whole thing.
This is what I was trying to do, create some clickbait for our episode. Obviously.
I think for us, the only way we can clickbait is to become serial killers, basically. Like, we got to go on a killing spree or something.
Welcome to our next segment, serial killing 101. Okay, let's go serial killing. Harry, how would you hide a body? If Will Smith smacked you and you killed him.
Well, if it's Will Smith, yeah, I don't know. I've
How
got
tall is
no
this guy? 6
serial
foot 2?
killer skills.
7 foot?
I think...
Okay, you're in this hypothetical. You're in Zurich City, right? And somebody's dead in front of you. You killed him.
Sure.
Where do you go from there?
Downtown.
And it's like, let's say middle of the night.
What do I have at hand? Do I have a car?
Yeah, you got your car with you.
First you get a mobility.
No, but that leaves a paper trail.
Yeah,
Yeah, you take someone else's mobility. You steal their card or phone or whatever.
Yo, Chris, do you mind if I just hook me up with a mobility quick?
Never share your mobility card.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, it depends on a lot of factors. There's a lot of security cameras and stuff.
But is there though? This is not the UK.
Yeah, it's fucking there. You can be sure of it.
Only if you speed. The rest of the time, they don't care.
They're not switched on.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think probably chucking them in the lake or the river is a good one.
Yeah. Are
There's
you going to weigh them down there?
half a chance that maybe even let them be discovered.
Really?
Just be like, oh, because the police would be like, oh, it looks like it was a drowning.
No, but
They
wait.
do an autopsy and they notice that it's got red pubic hair on
We've
it.
all watched way too much television.
We need more
They gotta
context
know.
on the motive, the cause of death. Like, I mean, if we're
You're hiking and you have an argument with your neighbor who's an elderly woman, and out of some weird form of Will Smith anger, you slap her and she gets
falls down.
concussed and dies.
Okay, no, shove her off a cliff.
Yeah,
Seriously, shove her off a cliff.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
And
not bad.
then you go, she just had this spasm and just fell.
What would you call it in? Like, would you call the cops in?
Yeah, because it's perfect. If it's just a slap, it's
great.
The fall, the bruising,
Yeah, it'll do way more.
It'll fuck everything up.
Yeah, it's just like
I guess it depends on context.
I don't know
like-
if she had a heart attack or
Yeah.
what. She just keeled over.
Like, this is quite a weird topic, right? But I'm so used to this because my ex's brother and sister were both. One was a pathologist and the other was like a doctor, but training as.
I was wondering where this story goes. I'm so used to this. There were so many people died in our family.
It was all there. But the shit stories that they would come home with, like, I don't know, I was cutting a testicle for cancer today or something, and then here's a picture of it,
Jesus
It
Christ.
gets whack. But it's fun. It's hardened me up a bit.
Yeah, I was once at a dinner party in Germany in Göttingen, and it was
Here we go,
it was a
cannibal
bunch
story.
of students studying what Gerichtsmedicine, what's that, like autopsy basically.
Yeah, pathology.
Pathology, yeah, that's what. And they got out this book, this fat fucking book of pictures,
Colorful pictures.
of different ways people had died,
Yeah.
and they were just like
Wait, is that the rotten.com print version?
basically,
it's
yeah.
the
And it was
medical version,
after
yeah.
dinner, and they're like passing it around.
Why is it
and
always after dinner?
I'm not into it, but they're like, oh look, this guy died with an erection. like
That happens a lot, actually.
apparently, yeah.
In Switzerland, it turns out that most deaths are actually just some old man having a wank.
That's
a
fantastic.
Great way to go.
That's what I thought.
It's
Great.
brilliant.
But you know what? Actually, I think if I can,
Pre-cum or post-cum?
I think middle. Like,
Just mid-wank.
just half in,
mid-stroke.
half out. I
but you know
suppose.
what?
I don't know.
Stroke number 5 and stroke
During
number...
orgasm.
if I kill someone, I immediately phone it in and confess, because Swiss prisons are fucking great.
Yeah.
It's like that's my life taken
So you
care
get
of.
what? You get like 10 years max or something. And then it's
Yeah,
just-
and then go and kill someone else. Like
Yeah.
just run it out to retirement, to death. It's a good way to go.
It's like you can just kind of walk out the prison, punch the police officer, go straight back in.
yeah, exactly.
Can I stay for a week more?
But changing topics, can I change topic
Yes,
a little
please.
bit? I think I had an idea today for the listeners. Is I ran into something called Clone Your Willy today. Where you make a cast of your
First of all,
dick.
we've talked about this.
Have we talked about this?
Yeah.
Oh, I just go around on the same.
You just
But what if we all made one?
Your life is full of circles, Harry.
A circle of jerking, like right now.
You're
And-
saying you want to make a cast of our willies and sell it as merch.
Exactly.
Who's going to buy this?
I don't know.
Fuck
but
me.
It's funny.
I can think of one person.
I don't know. We can, you know, you
I might know someone else.
yeah, you ask your friends and family.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, how about this? If we actually get enough viewers that said, "Yeah, that's a great idea. I'd buy it. We should do it then." So ask everyone there. Harry.
Okay, people. So, look, this situation here, it's not going to last a lot longer. And I'm prepared to make a memorial to this at its peak, or a little bit past its peak, but whatever.
If you can get a peek.
And it's a limited edition. It's like there's only going to be maybe 1 or 100 of these.
We'll make 3.
We'll make 3, 1 each. You can get the full set.
Or all the holes.
Does your girl go, I need all my holes filled? You can give her the XYZ special.
Fucking hell. What kind of color? What kind of color would you choose for your fake dick?
I mean, I want glow in the dark for a start. maybe a nice bright red.
Nice bright red.
Yeah. Maybe.
That checks out.
Although then again, it could be like kind of some lurid green.
If you go for the red, I'm going for the blue, just as like, you know, the good guys.
I'm going straight for the black.
You could have the special like Star Wars anniversary edition. Like
I had this great idea too. It was called Dickhead. This is the idea. It was a 3D printed dildo essentially with your head on top.
That's nice.
I thought that was a good idea. You could get like, I need your dickhead, and then you can like get a model of you with your head on it.
Great would be if you have some facial expression like no.
Yeah, exactly. You could do anything you wanted.
So it's going in. You're like no.
It's called dickheads.
I don't want to go the way you're taking me.
Get yourself a Christian.
I can see that franchising out. Like you have your own storefront. Welcome to Dickheads.
Welcome to Dickheads. Would you like a dickhead today?
How many dickheads do you want to buy today?
Yeah. Look, I'm not casting my penis and putting it on the internet for people to buy. But if you want to, go ahead. Let's say Christian and I have to decide.
Let's say if we get like a huge reaction from our 3 fans.
What
do you mean by huge reaction? Monetary incentive?
Like there's got to be at least like, I don't know. We need
to set the minimum. Let's say if there's like 100, I don't know, comments or likes or upvotes, subscribe now on YouTube.
Plus,
I'm trying.
We need Mike Gledhill to do another like Photoshop of our logo involving the three penis cards.
Please no.
No.
Please no.
And what
Leave
else?
that.
We need some emails maybe or something. I don't know.
Some emails.
We need something that like somebody, because we want to give you
No one's gonna.
the
How did
greatest
you-
gift.
How did
Nobody.
you get back to this, Harry? What happened? What happened today?
How did you click that link in your brain and go, I need to change topic. I want to make a dick mold.
Well, because I'm seeing a despicable idea.
Did that person ask you for a dick mold?
No, I'm very creative in anyway, let's
You
not.
couldn't get it up for a sesh, and then you thought like, hey,
No,
I can outsource that shit to plastic.
it's just
My
you know,
plastic.
it's just there's only one. There's only one. I can
No,
only,
Harry, you want to bring
I can
this
only
up.
do one at
Harry,
a time. So
you
I
want to
was like-
bring this up.
I was like, all right, what about this as an idea to keep you more occupied?
Did they agree?
I haven't heard feedback yet. We're
Well,
waiting.
Was it just a weird text in the middle of the night?
There's a anyway.
No, you want to talk about
You're
this?
like
I
a
don't wanna
fucking
talk about- I
teenager
don't-
at the moment.
Yeah.
Can I just?
Because I'm having a teenage rebirth at the moment.
Oh my! You going through puberty again?
No, look,
When are the pimples growing?
I don't like to talk about.
Why do you keep bringing
the
it up
ladies.
then?
I was talking about
You
Clone
keep
Willy. I
bringing
thought that
this
was a
up.
funny idea. You forced me to
I
bring it
don't
up.
force you nothing.
You said why? You asked
because
me
you
what.
start something, then you go, "Oh no, I can't," and then
You're a abandoning ship mid-conversation.
Because you feel like now it's a little bit too much.
This would be the Patreon episode if we were to motivate to do
No,
Patreon.
this is a normal episode, and you wanted to talk about this despicable woman that...
I don't want to talk about a despicable woman.
Why'd you bring it up then?
I brought up the clone of Willy because it's funny. It was a funny idea.
Despicable... Oh, no, I shouldn't.
Yeah, because I was going with the flow. I didn't want to interrupt the flow of the podcast, but then I was like, my guilt kicked in, and I'm like, I should not know.
You literally ended what I was talking about to change subject to this.
All right, let's change different subject.
Now you don't want to talk about it. Huh?
I'm excited. I'm going to Barcelona soon, dude.
Why are you going to Barcelona?
To do some comedy. I got a
That's
week
great.
Getting away from the kids. Going to do some comedy shows out there.
In your face, you have never been so disappointed in your life.
I'm not going there with this. No, it's just not right, is it? You don't kiss and tell.
We transition now into the episode of Harry's therapy session.
Yeah,
the segment, you know,
pinball machine. Yeah. That's what it's called.
The segment is called Harry's therapy. Welcome, Harry. How do you feel today?
I feel fantastic.
I've been fucking a despicable woman, and I don't like to talk about it, but I'll mention the fact that I did it. Who wants to buy my dick? Do I sound like Harry?
You're making me blush now, man.
That's not even possible with your complexion.
Yeah,
I'm just red the whole time. Yeah.
My God.
Oh fuck.
My God.
So why Barcelona?
Because there's a lot of English comedy going on. Actually, Victor Petrashkan, the wonderful Victor we had on the podcast, shout out to Victor. I asked him, he's connected. He's like a wise guy in Barcelona. There's you can do like almost 2 shows a night all week long. It's
almost
insane.
2 shows. So what's the second show? Is that usually you standing up in the middle of the street and go like, "Here is a show"?
No, there's a lot of comedy happening in Barcelona, like more than Zurich, and so go check it out.
Quick shout out to another super awesome comedian that was on the show, Nick Capper, dealing with a bit of cancer at the moment. So I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah, man. He's he had to shave his beautiful locks off.
Dude, he has a good head.
Yeah, right.
It's a good.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good head. It's a good bald head. Not like Harry's.
Yeah. I take Nick Capper seriously now with no hair.
The G.I. Jane of Australian comedy.
Yeah, if fucking what's her name, Jada. If Jada Smith had cancer, then maybe, you know, I'd be like, yeah, smack Chris Rock.
No, she has alopecia.
Yeah, she just has alopecia.
just alopecia.
Look at Harry. Harry, like, men go bald naturally all the fucking time.
Actually, apropos bald people, Bruce Willis. You heard bad news? Bruce Willis. You know, he's been a real cunt in all his movies for the last 10, 15 years.
I thought he was pretty good in Sixth Sense.
No, but he's acting-wise, but he's famous for being a complete
Wait, did you just rate
asshole.
Bruce Willis for his acting capabilities?
In Sixth Sense, he acted well.
Okay.
I like him.
The man could act, but he just chose Die Hard because it was making good money. But apparently he's got something that affects his speech center. And he's finally dropped out of acting. It just got announced.
No, but he never really had to speak heaps. It wasn't the biggest speaking roles that he ever had. It was more like just to be there. Like, I got this text message from friend of the show, Frank Richter. We will have you on the show soon. You got this text message. He's a massive Liam Neeson fan, and he sends me this picture from Bruce Willis headlines that he's retiring, and he goes like, Liam's phone must be going fucking crazy right now. He's the only game in town for action movies.
It's true.
Liam Neeson is the worst actor on the face of the earth. I fucking hate that guy so much. If anyone should have alopecia and that communication disease, it's him.
Why do you got so much rage against Liam?
I don't like him.
Why?
Like
because he's
voice.
Irish.
I don't like anything about it.
He had that.
I don't like what he said about that time that his friend got hurt or raped or something, and he was like, I went outside. I just wanted to kill a black man.
Oh,
remember that shit?
But there you're being a typical millennial, because if you listen, because I watched the whole thing.
I watched it too.
and it was him reflecting on the fact of how
and
fucked up
he feels
that was.
regret and realizes how fucked up his rage
So that's
was.
growth.
I get it.
So it's actually growth, but of course the internet, being the bunch of retards that they are, were like, he said this is good.
But I up until that point, and I don't know if he has full remorse for it because he's a celebrity and none of them are real.
Yeah, okay, true.
They should all
true.
just compare.
I mean, the greatest is, but I think the best thing he ever did was with Ricky Gervais, that full blown AIDS bit. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Yeah, check it out on YouTube. It's fucking hilarious. It's from Life's Too Short.
Link in the description.
Yeah, we're becoming like
I'm
a
throwing in all the keywords now that I've
link
learned.
in the description.
Subscribe, like, and subscribe.
I
Guys,
wonder,
for the
do you
next
think we're
one.
going to be likable on YouTube
No.
in this format?
No, look at us.
Fuck these
Maybe I
people.
will. Maybe Christian will. And
I think no,
you'll
but
be the daddy of YouTube.
you're just gonna get an angle that you look kind of chubby on.
Shut up. This angle is at the back of my head.
Yeah, that one is getting double chin. Like,
yeah, exactly.
that's all we got.
I've been working on my double chin recently.
Do you do the old?
What does that even mean?
Did you know that?
No.
It's how you tighten up your double chin. You got
Well, now this
By
is
smacking yourself.
like a 50, 100
this is
slaps
a, this
in the
is a
morning.
good way to convert audio listeners to YouTube. So watch what I can do with my chin.
Holy fuck.
I got a natural double
Jesus
chin that I can
Christ,
just
That's
activate.
fucking fascinating.
He's part pelican. Fucking hell.
I'm like a frog. Just pop that shit out.
give him a pigeon to swallow.
I've seen people do that with their stomach.
I can do that too.
Yeah,
Ah.
some over. I mean, there's two ways to do this. Either you can do it instantly, or do it over decades of abusing alcohol.
Yeah,
Do you have
true.
anything freaky about your body that you can do?
Besides,
I can.
besides the growing of your own hair.
Yeah. My hair is shambolic. No, I'm sometimes surprised that I can still do sports at this time.
So that's the freaky thing
That's
about
the
you.
freaky thing
It's
about it.
still
I can still
function a
somewhat
little bit.
perform
Oh, okay.
in some shape or form.
You got any Dean? Any weird?
I'm not gonna talk about it.
thumb
Here.
shit.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I just showed you my double chin. That I can.
Okay, I'll show you mine. This is the only one I got. Is this?
You can touch your nose.
Yeah. And that's a genetic one.
This is just an ad for you.
It's what it
I know
is.
what you're trying to do here, Harry.
No.
Don't try to fuck with me. I know you're trying to bullshit it. I know what you're trying to do.
Look,
For the
guys,
viewers at home,
for the viewers at
I
home,
can lick pussy
Wait,
like
wait,
a
wait,
fucking
wait. For
champion.
the viewers at home, it's this. Okay. Okay, right. We got it cleared up.
that's gonna be the thumbnail. You realize?
Fantastic. Okay.
Oh fuck! I'm loving this.
We had to hurry, people. We got
So I wanted to talk about my week actually, because I had a very interesting week from a comedy perspective.
okay.
So I've been producing shows with a friend of the show, Benjamin Delahaye, for a number of years now, and we had Rob Spence on as headline act.
50 spends.
I didn't get to see him live. Is he good?
Dude, it was
He's good.
he murdered.
Is a physical
Absolutely
comedy guy,
fucking
right?
murdered. So he did both. He did stand up and then he did physical comedy as well. So Rob has been in the industry for 35 years. 35 years of comedy, but he's done every single thing that you can imagine what kind of associates with comedy. So we were talking, he's done like magic on fucking cruise ships and shit like that. So
He worked in a strip club once. He told me.
yeah, exactly.
Damn.
He did
Damn.
Edinburgh Fringe. He learned to juggle just because he needed something. But interestingly enough, he said stand up came really late. That was like 15 years ago or 16 years ago. He started doing stand up and he did it in Switzerland of all the places.
Yeah.
Which still baffles me to this day. But
So he's a bit like a 40-year-old actress.
fuck off. So
It's true. It's true. It's when when the actresses are starting to think about the future when they go, I think I'm going to try stand-up comedy now. It's I've seen this happen.
Well, it's like Jackie Chan going from kung fu fighting to like actual acting.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, so
he did his comedy, and
he did. We did 3 shows with him: Bern, Basel, and Zurich, and it was just delightful to work with someone who has, first of all, so much experience, but also so much presence and understanding of what is happening, like down to every single detail of what is going on. Like, I don't want to make this sound pedantic, but just to walk into a room and go like, we have to change this, and then it's going to be good. Just to have that eye for it. I was just standing there as like, literally starting taking notes. It's like, fuck yeah, I haven't thought about this. It was fantastic to just have that influence. And then we did the first gig in Bern on Tuesday. It was a smaller room in some sort of cavern. And then yesterday night, on Thursday, we had this gig in Comedy House where we usually do the shows. And it was just like every single step of the way felt like we were climbing a mountain. And on Thursday, we hit the peak. It was fucking fantastic. And that whole bit about combining these different style elements, it resonated so well with the audience because it was kind of unexpected. So they all thought, all right, it's just another guy that's going to talk into a microphone. But then he added all his fucking silly shit that he does on stage. And it made everything extremely loose.
What's fascinating, I've seen him once, and what's fascinating is the audience gets no respite. They're like, the level of just laughter, because he's, it's, I mean, it's also the Let's Talk About Sets podcast, which is a fucking great podcast about comedy. They and also comedian Brian Regan. They're talking about how Brian Regan, like most of us tend to sit or not move around. You watch Brian Regan, who does clean comedy. That guy is moving around a lot, but it's part of the act.
Yeah.
But
not like Michael McIntyre.
No, but Rob Spence's just got all this silliness. Actually, Louis C.K. happened last weekend. There was one moment, here we got Dean putting his face on, whatever. And there's this one moment where Louis is doing a joke about a depressed lion in a shitty zoo, and he just does this tiny movement, like a slight. And for this slight movement, it's like everyone saw Louis was a depressed lion.
Yeah.
It was fucking, and just that physical, slightest thing. And Rob Spence, he's got it like it's with
got it down
high
to
energy.
Yeah. Very high energy. All the way down to like, there was a soundtrack underpinning the act out.
Oh, wow.
It was a wild ride, man.
Nice.
So good. So yeah, if you have the chance, go and see Rob Spence, because I think it's quite unique. We don't really have these acts in Switzerland at all, like these old school. I would call him an entertainer, not so much as just a stand-up.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So and that there's just a very different presence to that when you have someone like that. It's like back in the days when you had people that could actually sing and dance and also do stand up. I was like, I can do jack shit, man.
Triple threat.
Yeah, if I wanna dance, people will walk out immediately just after like the first jig.
I mean, this is interesting. I was listening to this interesting Norm Macdonald interview a couple of days ago, and he was talking about how fantastic he always thought Bob Hope was. And he said the great thing about Bob Hope is he's transparent in his act. You never get the sense of who the fuck Bob Hope is. He's just this light-hearted, like always funny. He does this very interesting thing, is that every time he does a punchline, he's got this look in his eyes that he's a bit afraid that it's fucked up. And that thing makes him very appealing to the audience, and they laugh at all this stuff because it's like I just told the joke. It's like I'm afraid. And yeah, it's like it's a different. Now we're all like, like I got I don't know, raped by my dog when I was 5, and like,
no, that's poetry slam. Sorry.
Or, it's like every like this kind of edge of comedy is therapy thing, and everyone comes from that perspective. Is I don't know. It's funny, but also is it?
Yeah. I mean,
maybe. I feel like you just slapped comedians. Like,
but we need slapping regularly.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Not physically.
Like,
Well done, Dean, for bringing it back to that.
I'm withholding. Listen, any comedians listening to this, if you need to get slapped, there are a number of places around Zurich you can get it done for a reasonable price. Don't call for it
Harry's
on stage.
Dungeon.
harrysdungeon.ch. Do you know, actually, I was looking for a place in Airbnb a couple of months ago.
For what?
For
Despicable stuff?
For, whatever. And
I know. I just know.
Such a fucking teenager.
Amongst all the normal Airbnbs. Now, it happened that I was doing a comedy show down in Geneva and I wanted to stay the night in the area.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You
looking
found
at
I
on
wanted to
Airbnb,
stay in there.
there's some fucking dude who's like, rent out my sex dungeon on Airbnb somewhere
not?
down near Geneva.
I don't find that quite sanitary. Do you?
No.
Would you do that?
No.
That's
Fuck,
what he
hell
did
no.
over the weekend.
Jeez, hell no. plus the fact, why, like, fucking, of course that dude's got hidden cameras and shit. That's creepy as fuck.
You think he's got hidden
Fuck
camera?
me. That's like secondhand sex toys. No one.
Yeah,
No.
you went straight for the sanitary. He was like hidden cameras. And I was like, would I do that?
Depends on what's in the dungeon.
It depends.
Any particular sex dungeon things that would sell it for you?
Good lighting, I think.
Good lighting.
Good lighting,
Yeah.
really?
What
That's
about-
the first thing I would want.
What
No.
about a sex swing? You know those swings?
I mean, yeah, whatever.
because it's kind of convenient.
I'm now of an age where bright lighting is not
No, I'm not saying
necessarily
bright
great.
lighting. I'm saying good lighting.
Okay, what does that mean?
It means anything but a blue light. Unless maybe you go full in. It's just like a UV party in there. And you're just
Fair enough.
God.
Jackson Pollock.
Fair enough.
Woo, woo.
Paint that wall.
bluelightdungeon.ch.
That's not a bad idea. You can have like those neon parties. You know?
Oh, God. Why does sperm respond to UV? That's a bizarre thing. Why?
It's because
It was made by the disco society.
we're all
They
aliens.
invented sperm
Yeah.
in the 80s. Until then it was more like fish, you know, like women would put their eggs on a tray
Ew.
and men would just piss over it or
I like
something.
the idea that you're at a party and they're like, okay, UV time, guys. Boom, boom. And it's just like, Harry's good.
Did you know, by the way, that female ducks have spiral vaginas?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
male
because
ducks
male
have
spiral
spiral
penises.
corkscrew penises.
Yeah, but it's interesting as well because
It's the other way around.
apparently, so apparently, like, you know, ducks are not about consent. Have you ever watched ducks?
Oh, fuck's sake.
But apparently, it's the female vagina is how they control
Usually the
which
vagina
sperm.
is female, yeah.
which sperm, because the length of the dick is how far the sperm has to travel. So a duck with a longer spiral dick has a better chance of reproducing. So this is how.
So size matters. That's what you're trying to say.
Wait.
How far are you going with your own advertising campaign on this?
I'm not advertising. Look, if we do the
Hey guys, by the way, big dicks really.
If y'all want to see a corkscrew dick like mine.
no, it's just I ran into this article today.
is
It's just
your
about
therapy.
different. I didn't know that ducks had spiral vaginas. That's
Or corkscrew penises. What freaks you out more, a corkscrew penis or a spiral vagina?
I don't know. Like, maybe the spiral
but
vagina.
no,
because
look at it this
at least
way.
for the corkscrew penis, you can use it for other purposes, like
Opening a bottle of fine
Yeah, like
duck
take a-
cum wine.
duck.
But Harry, when you think about it, this is how the Lord and Savior actually made us and ducks. So he made compatible vagina with penis.
Even plants have this, Harry.
to stop people fucking the ducks, basically, is that what you're saying?
Oh, that would be so funny. It's just like preventive measures.
It's
But,
like, can you?
but why did he forget the sheep? I don't know. It's like
Yeah, and the donkey as well.
And he was like, "Well, we got to give them some options,
Some
like, otherwise, to stop them fucking
It
all
was
the
just-
other animals."
just
Where all the-
foreseeing sheep farms. Like these guys are going to be alone all the time.
Yeah, where all
Yeah.
those pent-up Swissman villages.
That is actually an interesting point. Why is it all the animals we heard are the most fuckable animals?
Because when
That's the
people
greatest conspiracy fucking theory
when
I've ever
people
heard.
started farming,
Can we
Larry
fuck
was
it?
just a really dirty cunt. Can we fuck it?
Can we fuck it? Can we eat it?
Also,
It's
it
now
makes
a
milk.
farm animal.
This is where we find out you're not allowed to say this shit on YouTube.
We're not.
We're
This
getting,
is all blocked now.
yeah, it's insane. It's like
We have to put a 18 thingy on it.
for
Especially because
having-
you straight up
for having-
advertise a fucking cost of your dick.
yeah, sales. It's now a.
It's a
Oh,
restricted.
so
age-
wait.
it's an age-restricted podcast.
I want to do
So
like,
vodka brands don't want to associate with us.
but it's going to be like when we do these casts, it's got to be like an Apple event.
Ladies and gentlemen, unveiling the iPenis 15.
with a 4K camera inside,
But you have to buy the extra penis pod.
connected to your
The balls
The ball-
are magnetically connected.
Yeah, because
you
that's
charge
where
it.
your battery pack is. Basically, it's an overpriced battery pack, which is something that Apple does now very nicely.
Yeah, exactly.
If it comes
the
with
problem
Bluetooth,
is,
then you could actually listen to it when it's inside. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, what?
Like if you could connect it to
this
your
is like your
Bluetooth
ASMR
headphones.
fantasy.
No, it's just it's not ASMR.
I was gonna do the sound effect, then I was like, no.
Okay.
We're family friendly.
Sometimes.
We're probably the shit your 13-year-old kid is listening to.
A lot of
'cause
family values.
They
Please
don't-
don't say that, Harry.
it's really true.
It makes
Please
it
don't say
worse.
They want
It
to
makes it
listen
so
to
much worse.
some bad role
No, they're
models.
watching that Spider-Man, and then the start of the video is Spider-Man, but then halfway through it's like some porn parody or some shit.
You know what I
Those
feel
are
like? I
crazy.
feel like that woman that we shoved off the cliff before.
Oh, yeah, we talked
but
about
Harry
that.
is that man shoving the podcast down the cliff time and time again.
Come on, Ghetto Hobbits. That was a peak. That was a good one.
Cool. So like 1 out of every 50 episodes, you'll have a little spin-off there.
Exactly. You
The
gotta
rest
have,
of the time is, buy my penis. Look at what my tongue can do. Oh.
I've only got a few good dick years
Maybe
left,
you get
guys.
some listeners in Barcelona who are interested in corkscrew penises or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, any
Let's do
plugs?
plugs, yeah, because Christian's got to run off because he's apparently a famous
Okay, I got a plug. If you are an expat miserable at Easter time, you need to come to In Your Face
In Your
Easter
Face.
Sunday special.
Easter
We're at
Sunday.
Dali's. You got to get tickets now,
Tickets.
but they're free. So check out like the socials for In Your Face. There's links to the tickets there.
Nice.
Yes.
That was exciting. Did you like the little enhancement I tried there for you?
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry
didn't-
if it was intrusive.
I don't know. I was
But
too
you're the most intrusive
absorbed
person I
with
know.
myself.
Oh,
to
right.
Of course you are.
actually absorb what. Okay, go ahead. What other plugs?
I got a plug. Check out @WeMustLoot on Instagram. Just follow me. Even if you don't like it, just follow it. I need to be famous at some point in my life. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we can see it. Look how cool these guys look. Look how cool we look with our unique, exclusive loot charms all around our neck. If you want to look as cool as this, if you have a gift for a girlfriend, boyfriend, get them a loot. They will probably suck you off. Like that's what happened to you, right?
Yeah, exactly. Testimonial. I got
There you
one
go.
of these loots. It killed it.
Yeah.
It really fucking killed
So-
it.
You got finally laid.
If you want to get laid, get some loot. Another plug, I'm on the comic strip show. I don't know when the date is. I'll probably say it on
Oh,
the next
nice.
episode.
Comic strip in Basel at Valhalla Bar.
Yes. What's the date? Do
Fantastic.
you know the date?
I think it's the 26th.
It's going to
Might be
have
wrong.
burlesque dancers and comedians, and probably both at the same time, because I
And-
know
and
Teddy
Dean.
likes to take his clothes off.
So burlesque
He
dancers,
loves-
comedians,
And
and
Dean. Yeah.
Okay.
I will literally whip out my asshole on stage. And that means just introducing Harry. Hey!
I do feel it's a little bit gender, like racist or something. That
Gender racist.
Well,
Did you
like-
just create that word?
yeah, I
Is
just
that your
couldn't
word now?
find
Gender
words.
racist?
Gender racist because like
It's
when
gender
have you
racist.
ever seen like a dude showing his asshole at the comic strip show?
You've never been to a gay bar.
Yeah, but I feel like
You should actually.
Teddy got naked at one of the
He did.
yeah.
Yeah.
oh, okay,
Yeah, he did.
all right.
And he's gorgeous.
Teddy brought back the
Absolutely.
Yeah, those are my
Beautiful
plugs.
man.
What else? Contiki shows every Tuesday. Whatever. Who cares?
killing
Comedy
it.
stuff.
Comedy down under
Next.
comedy kid.
Yeah. English stand up. We are back at Comedy House end of April. I think it's the 26th Thursday. I might be wrong about that. Show is going to be on Eventfrog, eventfrog.ch. By the way, most of those shows are on Eventfrog, so go and have a look. Just promoting my new employer.
Are you a little bit biased over here?
Um,
Okay, you got to make an ad for Eventfrog right now. Go.
If you actually want to make money as a producer, go to fucking Eventfrog because it's fucking free.
Another thing is, if you don't want to go to shitty mainstream events, have a look on Eventfrog because they actually have interesting
There is that.
local comedy events.
Well done. Cool. Hey, that was lovely. Thank you.
Okay, bye, Christian.
Bye.